I love this. It's got me all kinds of excited. An event like this will give you memories to hold on to for a lifetime. And speaking of which, it's time for a little trip down memory lane. I absolutely love this opportunity on the show. We're going to take just 5 minutes to sit back, relax, and get a little reflective in another round of moments, memories, and more. And you've got to say it like that. Today, our theme is all about living in the present and how we combat stress. Ooh. Hey, Raul, you were waiting for this and you were like, yeah, how are we going to do this?
How many hours do we have?
I know. Even when I said this 5 minutes, I was like, no, we're probably going to need a little more. So I'm sorry. I love this because we talk about this every day amongst ourselves because we're in our search for meaning and our search for just those tools to handle life. Dealing with stress is a massive one, and also being mindful and entering into the present is a big one. So my first question to you guys is this. And Jamie, maybe I'll start with you because I kind of get the sense that you really are present in your own life at the moment. But are you? Do you think about the future? Do you live in the past? Or are you truly present in the moment?
That is such an interesting question. I don't think anyone's ever asked me that. If you had asked me this question maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I would have given a different response. I think as a mom, I try as much to be present and in the moment because they grow up so fast. You know, Luca is growing at like a fast rate.
He's a little boy now. He's no longer a baby.
But it always comes with a bit of anxiety, a bit of like, you know, where to next? Am I looking out for his future, doing that? So I do try to be as present and as in the moment as possible, but it does come with days where I'm always thinking about, you know, what's next?
What's that trajectory?
What is the future going to look like?
Sportsman?
I'm literally like resonating a lot with Jamie, and I think for a lot of us living in today's age, how can you not stress about the future?
Yeah.
How can you not be worried about the next day? Considering what we've come through, I always find myself in this position where I'm stressed and anxious when I'm thinking about the future, when I'm thinking about the what-ifs, the things I can't really control. There's nothing I can do in the future. I have to do it right now. And if I want to change that future, I still have to work on the now. And I realize the minute I get caught in this, it's almost like the shake-up moment of like, don't forget, you're living here. This is where you're at. And then the moment I reflect back on where we're at, I realize, hey, man, there's so much right now to be grateful for that it shifts my mood, it shifts that anxiety. It brings it back to that grateful state of like, look what we have around us right now. That'll come, but be present here, man.
No, completely. Let's deal with this. Okay, the past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. The only thing that actually has any grounding in reality is right now. So I love that. That being said, we've been through probably the most stressful 3 years of any of our lives collectively. How does stress manifest? How does it present itself in your life?
Oh, I'm someone that I block off. So I will isolate myself. If I'm stressed, I will just go into this little bubble and I'll try to just get into my head and try to, you know, block out everything else. It's a weird, you know, mechanism, coping mechanism that I've had to deal with, but it's just something that I do. Whenever I'm stressed, whenever I'm anxious, I just isolate myself from everything, which is a very bad thing because sometimes, you know, you need to be out there, you need to be surrounding yourself. But it's the complexity
that stresses us out, apparently.
It's definitely that.
Yeah, so simplify. That's nothing wrong with it. I like that.
You're 100% right. That's what stress is for me. It's complexity, and I can't find the direct answer.
Trying to juggle too many things.
I don't know. You're all over the show, and it's like, I get what Jamie's saying. You tend to try focus, to try find alleviation out of this like state of like frenzy that you're in, and that also results in me being like short and snappy, like I'm trying to focus kind of a thing like
and incidentally, this is Raul being short and snappy right now. Okay, this is him in a bad mood. Okay, believe it or not, this is him at his worst. Actually, I think this is the worst mood I've ever seen you in.
Are you ever stressed, by the way?
I'm always stressed. I'm like the Hulk who's always angry. I'm always anxious. But that's like the state of being, I think, for most of us at the moment. So that begs the question, what do we do about it? How do you get out of that funk? What do you combat stress with?
I surround myself with good people. I surround myself with my tribe, and I spend time in nature. I don't think people realize just spending time in nature, surrounding yourself with good people, good energy, that really alleviates stress for me. It's like, I feel like a different person, and just having that quiet time in the mountains, surrounding myself with green. You actually introduced me to this. There's nothing like it. It feels like I'm a new person when I walk away from the mountains. Sometimes I have near-death experiences like, oh my word, I need that. I need that to make me feel alive.
It's an affirmation.
And make myself realize that, well, well, you actually have to be present. You're here. Forget about the world. Forget about the outside noise, and just be present in that moment. So that's something that works for me.
Oh, yeah,
Nature boy, you just go and win world titles. That's what you do.
Yeah. Just take off your shirt and just like live your best
No,
life.
I think Jamie's just hit the nail on the head there. I can't really add more to it. I think when it does happen to you, it's just about reflecting within again and realizing what you have. And the tool set that you have is pretty competent. Surround yourself from incredible people, but also get out of the poison, get a different perspective, go out in the mountain. If you don't have an ocean or mountain near you, take your shoes off and go into the garden. Grounding, connecting. It distracts you
See
from
the green,
chaos that you don't need to be so caught up in, and you can see it for what it is.
No, completely, man. It's amazing. Just 2 or 3 hours out in nature feels like a day unplugged. Absolutely love that. Well, maybe you can be the reason someone else has a great day today. Be that energy. And we want you to tell us right now how you can be generous and kind today. And then I want you to go out there and do that. Share your answers with us on our Expresso Facebook or Twitter page and use that hashtag #MoreThanARusk. And the best entry, because we love you guys so much, is going to win a very generous 2,000 Rand in cash. That'll make your day. Plus the beautiful OUMA RUSKS hamper. You can find all the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Good luck and go be kind and go move out in nature.
Yes.
Yes.
There's more in every dip with OUMA.